What's going on, Assassins? It's Darkshard of the YouTube Assassin, and I warned you all that this video was coming. I completed the final chapter, and I have a lot of thoughts on this, and I'm going to give them all to you, and by the end of this video, I guarantee you're going to agree with me, alright? So, before we even get into it, there's going to be a lot of spoilers, so if you haven't completed it, don't watch. This chapter had a lot of stuff in it, and I had high hopes for it, okay? It had Eivor aging, feeling pretty old, wanting to do something. It had Odin. Somehow Eivor has come to terms with Odin and the other spirit that lives inside of her. They were going to work things out, I guess, instead of like attacking each other, instead of being all crazy and whatnot. We were supposed to get all kinds of answers, like where Eivor ended up and why, and what was going on during that time, what's going on in Eivor's head. We had, besides that, there was all kinds of other stuff. There was Bassam being all sexy, matrixy style, like coming into the machine and messing around and dealing with all kinds of stuff, trying to get into Eivor's head as well. But it just left us with more questions. So I'm going to give you guys my take on what was going on with all of this. It could be answered very, very simply, and it all has to deal with Bassam. Honestly, long story short, let's just get to the punchline. This has nothing to do with Eivor. This is all about Bassam. This is just a big commercial for Assassin's Creed Mirage. That's what this update was all about. Okay? Why did Bassam care what Eivor did and where Eivor went? None of it makes any sort of sense. Especially since none of our questions were answered. It's all about Bassam. And I'll prove it to you. Right at this point, which this is the very end, again, spoiler alert, Bassam meets with William Miles in the simulation. So Bill didn't want to meet him face to face. He decided to meet him in the Animus, in the computer, in the program, and speak with him. They have their little conversation, and Bill says, hey, listen, if we're going to trust each other, I'm going to need something. What is that something? And that, of course, is answered very, very quickly when Bassam exits the Animus, wakes up from it. Somehow, there's this Abstergo suitcase right over here. And what is Bassam doing? Bassam is taking some of his own genetic material and inserting it into a machine. The genetic material that's obtained is going to take about a month and a couple of days in order to extract all kinds of memories. And those memories are going to be how William Miles goes into the Animus and basically relives Bassam's life prior to the events of Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Prior to the events where he wakes up, he, realizes that he's in the future and all kinds of stuff. We're going to go back to the time period previous to Valhalla, previous to the very first Assassin's Creed, and we're going to relive Bassam's life. This is further proven when you played the other DLC that they gave us, the other mission. If you played through Shared History, you end up meeting a character who we're going to meet younger in Mirage. Roshan is actually supposed to be somebody that Bassam deals with. We've seen her in a lot of the trailers for Mirage, and there's been a lot of questions. This is kind of a spoiler for Mirage, where we think that, Bassam ends up killing her. He actually doesn't. And here she is, right back, sounding like she smokes 5 packs a day herself, just like female Eivor does, and alive and well. So, what does this mean? I'll tell you what it means. Again, it's just a big commercial for Mirage. None of our questions were answered. The burning questions everyone wanted to know was, why did Eivor go to England? Why did Eivor decide to be buried out there? You're telling me that it was because Eivor wanted to talk to Odin? After all the battles and strife, they decided to get along together and everything like that? That doesn't make any sense. Does Eivor become an assassin? Who buried Eivor? How did Eivor die? Was it of old age? Was it of wounds? Was it of any sort of anything? Disease? Something that happened in the New World? What went down? We don't know. Nothing was explained. All we did was follow Eivor around on a quest to meet with former people that Eivor battled with.
No, I have not.
You're seriously telling me that Eivor got old, went crazy, started talking to him or herself as Odin, back and forth, having conversations, and dressing like this? Like with this, what's with these feathers too? Like, what is going on? You're telling me Eivor got old and just decided that this was the look, this was the fit, this was the drip? Eivor's final days were spent dressed like Liberace in Liberace's time, all feathered out, like all crazy. The same thing with Sir Elton John, all feathered up. That was the fit, that was the drip. They're clearly not as old as Eivor is, but still, maybe they drew inspiration from it. I don't know. But this was the fit. And I want to say something. Like, honestly, no disrespect to either of these two. They just absolutely work these feathers. I do not have the stones to wear any sort of feathers at all. And I got to admit, this is kind of dripped out. But enough about these fits. I absolutely digress. Anyway, again, this had nothing to do with Eivor. This was all about Basim. This was basically 2 quests that were given to us that were commercials for the upcoming Assassin's Creed Mirage, and nothing to answer what actually happened with Eivor in Eivor's final days. Eivor just went to former enemies and friends, said, peace out, I'm going to the ends of the earth to just be as crazy as I want and just wild out, and you can't stop me. And I'm never going to see you again. And by the way, buy Assassin's Creed Mirage coming soon. Like, that was it. That was the story. It's just insulting. They didn't even try. There really was no effort. They didn't answer any of the fan questions. They gave us hooded combat, no new game plus, and they gave us a couple of outfits that you could wear. But you use at your discretion. A lot of people said that they would put this game back on or re-download it when the final chapter came out. And I want to tell those people it's not even worth it. Just watch the videos where we show you what goes on, because this ain't it. This ain't it. This absolutely licks. It does not slap. It is the worst ending to a game I've ever seen. I think I built it up in my mind to be way better, and a lot of us were excited because we thought we were going to see certain things, and we didn't see those things. We just saw Eivor walking around in a feather boa and a hood saying goodbye.
This is all so strange.
And that's it. No questions were answered.
The twilight of the gods.
She went to have a discussion with herself.
The great cataclysm happened, much as your legends say.
I mean, you didn't even explain how that was possible. You didn't even explain how they were on good terms. You didn't even explain how she didn't kill that part of herself. Like, I don't know. In the end, this game was just long. It was overdrawn. A lot of unnecessary things added. A lot of forgettable moments. A lot of forgettable characters. I don't care what all of you who are Viking reincarnate are going to say, because I know a lot of you are going to be like, oh, I still loved it. It was the best selling game ever. It was the high grossing. It was amazing. I love the combat. It's better than God of War Ragnarok. You know, it's got no awards. None. Not even for me. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video more than you enjoyed the freaking ending. Thank you for playing. Thank you for watching. And until next time, everyone, take care, be good, stay safe, take care of each other. I'll see you guys all in the next one. We're going to do a massive yayeets here.
Yayeet! 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 Yayeet!
Get the sack was barred.
Yayeet!